First step. Just reboot. Very good idea. Very good idea. It was like, she thinks we understood anything I said at the end. Oh no. Oh, Albertine. Um, yeah, okay. Hello, I'm back. Oh gosh. Can you guys hear me okay? Are things working all right? Hey. I think we're okay. Everything's good so far. Okay, I rebooted the laptop. That was 110% an OBS problem. Don't know what happened. It just started glitching out. Sorry. Listen here. I heard my monitor go out, and then I looked up, and I could see like the PowerPoint images of myself on OBS, which normally doesn't happen when I get frame lags. I can't see them on OBS. And then I went to hit something, and I just got like the MacBook spinning wheel of death, and I was like, oh no, oh Lord in heaven, no. I'm so sorry, you guys. Fun, right? And then when I shut down OBS and I opened it back up, it wasn't opening for like a good minute, and I was like, oh, is it gonna actually turn on again? Okay, I gotta get my tab back up. We're like halfway through Viva La Vida, baby. So odd. Oh, thank you guys for waiting for me. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I didn't turn off my MacBook last night, and I thought I did. So it has been on for like a day or two probably, and maybe it freaked out. I am back. It was the wicked and wild wind blew down the doors to let me in. Shattered windows and the sound of drums. The people couldn't believe what I'd become. Revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who would ever wanna be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword, my shield, missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword, my shield, missionaries in a foreign field. If for some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter will call my name, never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world. That was when Max ruled the world. Atomic, nice to see you. I'd wait until the sun went down, you'd be the only street lamp left to light the way. That's me, the one and lonely. Da, da, put on the doors to let me. Oh, we have Royals Abridged. Haven't done that one in a little bit. Boop. Hope we go well. It did.
think it went well. I'm not actually sure if I'm being honest, but I think it did. Boop. Like it wasn't just wasn't that exciting, I think. Reminded that the donations need fixing. Oh yeah. I saw your message about that and I forgot to sorry. Hi. Forgot to write a note down about that. It's an SC thing in the about section, right? About section. I think because I changed it to the charity link during the charity event, so that it went to the proper the proper URL, and then I think I didn't change it back properly, so I think I need to do that. Thank you for reminding me. Da, da, da. The stream elements, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I love that emote. But everybody's like fancy stuff and valuable things, and we don't care. And everybody's like fancy stuff and valuable things and blah blah blah, excessive spending. We don't care. We're from a shitty town and we're poor. That's where I was a bridge for you. I gotta get rid of this like first verse because it throws me off. Get out of here. There. 3 dead toes in a baggie. The White House burned down. So I have that on my list. Yeah, Stream Elements has also been telling people to, I don't know, leave a message or something. I do not understand it. Well, speaking of leg, and speaking of chops, next song is Schnapps. I mean, imagine if I did a parody version of that. You ain't got this Schnapps. That'd be good, actually. Hold on. Cause we don't have the schnapps, 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 schnapps. Yeah, the vodka's good enough. I've got nothing to learn and money to burn. I'll have it my way, all the way, every day. Schnapps. What rhymes with schnapps? I guess right doesn't really rhyme with chops anyways. Parodying my own song? Is it really a parody if I parody my own song, or am I just rewriting the song? Cause it's the only thing that's good, 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 good. Hey, like a hangover should. Da, 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 da. Got your rum and whiskey too, but you don't have the schnapps. Just totally fall off the rail. Actually, that'd be pretty good for a parody song. Like, as you get through the song more, you just get more drunk on the keys. Anyways. I should do that, actually. I should parody my own song. I'm gonna have the schnapps stuck in my head. Boop. Tag, you made a Bandcamp command. Thank you so much. I did mention at the beginning of the stream. I think you're still working though, but I did mention the Bandcamp as well today. And then I messed it up because I thought it was like at the end of the Friday at the end of the month and not the Friday at the first of the month, so that was my bad. I went to a musical that gave you a shot of schnapps when you get in. That's amazing. Or schnapps, right? Marcus, welcome on in. That would be delightful. Da, da, da. I'm not gonna have schnapps stuck in my head. It's gonna be like the Jar of Hearts thing all over again.
sit across the table listening to your tales as I chew, as you convince me of your grandeur, all the things that you own and do. But I've seen your kind before, logical and self-assured. It's a mask that's not worth knowing, 'cause I know that you ain't got the chops, 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 chops. Yeah, you think you're good enough. You've got nothing to learn and money to burn. You'll have it your way, which is the only way that's right, 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 right. Oh, you always sacrifice to the lessers like me who pretend we can't see that you ain't got the chops. You've got one foot in your mouth and the other on the neck of someone else. And all the things you want in life are just trophies you can touch up on your shelf. You only start games you can win, always looking for that pin to pull on someone who should have known better. But I know that you ain't got the chops, 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 chops. Yeah, you think you're good enough. You've got nothing to learn and money to burn. You'll have it your way, which is the only way that's right, 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 right. Oh, you always sacrifice to the lessers like me who pretend we can't see that you ain't got the chops. You cut your losses on the stocks of the people you have bought, 'cause God forbid you're left owing what you owe. 'Cause you ain't got the chops, 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 chops. Yeah, you think you're good enough. You've got nothing to learn and money to burn. You'll have it your way, all the way, every day, which is the only way that's right, 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 right. Oh, you always sacrifice to the lessers like me who pretend we can't see that you ain't got the chops. That one's so much fun to sing. I'm so looking forward to seeing this song on Spotify. Me too. You and I both, Giant Pixels. I've been working a lot with Kennels this past week and actually the past few weeks because I've been using it as kind of a practice song for dealing with new software and trying to work on producing and stuff on my own. But I have exported the files to Logic for the chops, and I really, 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 really want to try my hand at it and getting it out there, because then I might be able to get it out for you guys sooner. I don't want to do an acoustic on this one. I want to go right to the full release because I have plans. I have plans for this song. 'Cause you ain't got the chops. I think I gotta add that at the end, actually. I might re-record the piano as well, actually. But we'll see. I'm at that annoying part of the year where I actually have to show up to my classes and do stuff, and I'm not happy about it. I just, for those of you who don't know, I do have a previous music degree. So for this class, like for this program, there's a lot of stuff that I don't need to take and I've put my credits in, or I need to take it because it's technically a different class, but it's a lot of the same stuff that I already know. So I normally just kind of coast through classes, and then I show up for, obviously for the exams and for the presentations and stuff like that. So we're getting to that part of the year where it's exam season and I gotta
show up and do stuff, but it's nice that the classes are stuff that I already know because it lets me work on original stuff for hours on end. And put in an extra stream in the week for you guys. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. No break for the holidays. Well, we'll get our break. I think we start on the 24th, I think. We go right to Christmas Eve before we get our break. And then my mom will be here, so I'll be hanging out with her. And by then, the choir concerts and stuff will be done. Speaking of which, they're premiering my choir piece tomorrow. At the church. We're doing like some Christmas concerts there, and oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cool. I really, really hope I'm gonna get some footage of it. I'll bring my GoPro with me, and we'll see what happens. I'm super excited. I haven't been to uni in a while, but I thought it ended the first week of the month. It depends. This one is, well, Austrian schools run on a bit of a different timeline than Canadian schools, but on top of that, it's a private university, so it has like some extra differences on top of that, and they just kind of, I don't know, can pick and choose their holidays. So we have like the 24th of December off to the 6th of January, I think, which is a Friday, because then we still get the weekend. So it's not too bad. Could be longer, but you never know. Yeah. And I made the mistake of saying, so for the piece tomorrow, it's playing, the piano's being done by my choir director's wife, who is also like part of the choir. She'll direct sometimes, and she like does vocal lessons with us, and she's gonna play the piano. And I felt so bad because she's not like a pianist, right? She's a singer. So I was like, I'll do it. And then I think to myself, I'm like, oh my god, I'm not ready to do this song. Because it's like, it's not hard, it's just like I still get quite nervous when I'm in front of a live audience still. I mean, this is live, but like I have a buffer. I have some buffers on the screen. Because it's not tough, it's just like... I have to memorize it, I guess. I shouldn't have offered to play it. I mean, I'll have the sheet music with me, but... Then it goes in this nice little... I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might just dip out, because I told them I didn't really want to play it, but... my uni stops at everything at the 16th of December. We come back the 11th of March, bro. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I remember getting a lot of January off for my university in Canada, but this semester starts in February? No, it starts January. The new semester starts in January still, so it's kind of, we don't make you nervous? Nah, not anymore. Not unless something really crazy happens. I'm used to it, more or less. Summer vacations, yeah, you guys have a really different schedule than us then. Chat is there with you if you do play. That's true. You guys are also so chill when it comes to like live learns and little mistakes and stuff. And when I perform still live in front of a physical audience, I get very in my head and very much like I was when I was a classical piano major, where it's like, if you play a note that is double piano and you only play a piano, shame upon your entire family. You know, it's like really, really strict. So I just like have a lot of bit of like Pavlovian stress response to that. It sounds awful. Yeah, that's why I'm not a classical piano major, because not only do I not have the chops, I don't have like the technique and like actual like the full. I mean, I have some of the technique, but I don't have like the chops basically to be like a professional what do you call it? Orchestral piano major, whatever you call it, performance major. But the nerves were just excruciating. It was so awful. Won't be chill anymore then. Yes, please mail all of your complaints to Earl. Yeah. Did you meet the instructor in a Denny's parking lot? Duke it out. I would get, and it's tough too because it's like it's part of it's in my head, but another part of it is like a physical adrenaline response. So I'm thinking in my head like, okay, I know this piece. I've been through this piece a million times. I know it really well, but the adrenaline that's coming through my arms like is making my hands go like this to the point where I couldn't like physically put my hand on the key. I couldn't like it was really, the tremors were so bad. Really, really awful. So I don't deal with it as much now. I think part of it is I'm just out of practice with it. I haven't really been in that environment. And another reason is I found out that I am less nervous when I'm playing with people. So playing with the choir, playing with ensembles really helps me be less nervous. Presentation 78 million times really makes me more nervous. Well, it's brutal too, because like when I was doing my RCM exams, I mean, we'd be working on the same repertoire for up to 2 years. So I knew that Chopin Nocturne, like no problem. But there would be moments where you just glitch out, like your body, you just glitch out, and it's so scary. And of course, it was all like, there were judges. It was either judges for festivals or it was master classes. So it was like really high-end teachers that you didn't want to disappoint, or it was examinations. No, nocturnes. I wonder, I was actually playing, I was doing the Venetian Boat song a little while ago, which isn't really nocturne, but it isn't Chopin either. I think it's is it Bergmüller? I don't remember. Yeah, I'm really out of my classical stuff. 99 is a fail. No. But 80s, yeah, 80s a fail. That was a shoot. I think it was 70. And then I think if you do like the performance one, it's higher. I don't remember. But yeah, it was not a 50-50 pass, a lot of those examinations. That includes like theory stuff and history exams and everything. Brutal. And the adrenaline. Yeah, it's brutal. I'd be playing page 1 and then I'd be thinking about page 2 and that one bar that I would mess up on all the time, and I'm like, don't mess up on it, and of course you're gonna mess up on it if you're just like thinking about it, right? And then it's like I would see each bar getting closer to that difficult passage and just thinking like, here it is, it's coming, oh no, we can do this, it's fine. Like, it was awful. I don't know how I did so much of it, But when you're in it, it's different, I guess. Like, now that I think about it, I was like, God, that's horrendous. Why did I do that to myself? But at the time, I mean, it was just normal. It was a normal part of my life for many years. There are worse things I could do. Worse things. So like same with vocal stuff, I also had a lot of nerves. The good thing was that if I was shaking, it didn't really matter so much because I could just put my hand on the piano and stabilize myself, or like I didn't need to use my hands to sing. So that was less of a problem. My vibrato got really bad though. But for some reason, like if someone asked me to play an instrument for them or sing, I'd just be like, I'll sing. I'll sing, it doesn't bother me anymore, I'll take it any day of the week. Anyways, that's my rant today, I suppose. Getting your own head can be the worst. Absolutely. I mean, that's my own worst enemy. But you put so many hours and so many years into these songs, and then your body's like, I don't know if I remember page 2. What do you mean, don't remember page 2? After dark, well, come on in. First. I think there are worse things I could do than go with a boy or two. Why does that seem so low? Hold on. Let me just double check, make sure I have the right chords for this. Boop. I'm one of those streamers with 1,000 songs. Bruh, me too. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do. moved it up. I just need to make sure that I can do that bridge.
Wait around for Mr. Right.
Okay. Do I want to play this in D sharp major? Possibly. I'll do G. Stick with the original, and we'll trust in it. Also, I think I missed some follow. Oh my gosh, I missed a lot of follows. I'm sorry. Mustafa, thank you so much for the follow. Yadavito, thank you for the follow, and Catfish, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't scrolled down all the way. E-flat major, baby. Toads. Live learn, you say? What am I live learning? Empire State of Mind? Not a clue what that song is. And I don't know Dire Docs? What is this?
There are worse things I could do than go with a boy or two, even though the neighborhood thinks I'm trashy and no good. I suppose it could be true, but there are worse things I could do. I could flirt with all the guys, smile at them and bat my eyes, press against them when we dance, make them think they stand a chance, then refuse to see it through. That's a thing I never do. I could stay. Oh, sorry. Stay home every night, wait around for Mr. Right, take cold showers every day, and throw my life away on a dream that won't come true. I could hurt someone like me out of spite or jealousy. I don't steal and I don't lie, but I can feel and I can cry, a fact I bet you never knew. But to cry in front of you, that's the worst thing I could do.
Hey, we did it! I never played Mario 64. No, I never played Mario 64. I watched Game Grumps play Mario 64. I've never done it to myself. Thanks. That sounds really fun. Oh no. Okay, we have a live learn of it here with the White House burned. Why is this on the list? The White House burned? Where? Oh, is this? I'm gonna have to look up 3 dead trolls in a baggie. Okay, hold on. Where is the song? White House Burn. Is it on Ultimate Guitar? It doesn't look like it is. How did I get access to the song last time? Let's do guitar chords. There's Burning Down the White House by Talking Heads. That's not it. What? Where is this song? I know we've done it before on the channel. Okay, it's also called the War of 1812. So let me look up the War of 1812. Quick little history lesson over here. I have the Arrogant Worms. Is it an Arrogant Worms song? Oh, it's an Arrogant Worms song. It's not Three Dead Trolls. Okay, there we go. Are the ones that did it. Okay, I need to listen to this because I know Arrogant Worms. Might have been a cover. Oh, maybe, yeah. That makes sense. Oh, Canadians, or you had TVs. No. Okay, but I think. I feel. I gotta. Okay, I'm gonna try singing it along with the sound. Come back, proud Canadians, to before you had TV. No hockey night in Canada, and there was no CBC. In 1812, Madison was mad, and he was the president, you know. He thought he'd tell the British, where we ought to go. I don't know if I can do this. I just need to hear the chorus. It's tough. Instead, we went to Washington and burned down all his stuff. I don't know how to do this song. And burned down all his stuff, and the White House burned, burned, burned. We're the ones that did it, and it burned, burned, burned. While the president ran and cried, and it burned, burned, burned. And things were very historical in the War of 1812. I don't know if I can do this song. It's way too fast. In 1812, we were just sitting around, minding our own business, putting crops into the ground. We heard soldiers coming, and we didn't like that sound, so we took a boat to Washington, and we burned it to the ground. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, I looked this up, by the way, and apparently we didn't burn down the White House, even though we like to say we did. Apparently it was the British that did it, is what I've heard. Catfish, welcome on in. I love your voice. Do you release music as well? Oh, thank you so much. I actually am very new to releasing stuff, but I did just release an acoustic version of one of my original songs called Shelter, which you can grab on Spotify or anywhere that has music available. And then there's going to be more stuff to follow, hopefully soon. Was there a difference in 1812? True. So true. And the White House burned, burned, burned. We're the ones that did it. And so if you go down to Washington, its buildings nice and clean. Bring a pack of matches. Oh wait, well, when this building's clean and nice, bring a pack of matches and we'll burn the White House twice. So goofy. Canada defeated the US Navy in one of the Great Lakes, though. Hey, look at us go. That's pretty good considering our Navy is not what we're well known for. They're the ones that did it. It's so silly. Okay, I gotta put the wrench on this one and put it on the list somewhere. It's a work in progress. I'm sorry, Jack. We've got Scarborough Fair. Also, do you guys see that my Spotify Wrapped? I have the most in common. My listening has the most in common with people from Halifax. It's so funny because it's all like the Stan Rogers and Mo Kenny stuff. I get such a kick out of that. Which is like the complete opposite side of the country from where I live, or that I lived. Scarborough Fair, parsley, sage, rosemary in time. lamp.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. Tell her to make me a cambric shirt. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Without no seams nor needlework, then she'll be a true love of mine. Tell her to find me an acre of land. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Between the salt water and the sea strands, then she'll be a true love of mine. Tell her to reap it in a sickle of leather. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. And gather it all in a bunch of heather. Then she'll be a true love of mine. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine.
Thank you, guys. I know I used to Travis pick this one entirely, and then I didn't for a while. I did this to like, but it's better to do a Travis, isn't it? Never knew this was a Simon and Garfunkel song. I was heard it from Celtic Woman. No way. Also, Godred, it's nice to see you. Welcome on in. I hope everyone is doing well. Did you get your internet fixed or new camera or something? Everything looks and sounds amazing. Oh, thank you. Well, I did have to reboot my laptop because OBS completely had a tantrum on me. So I had to restart everything, and maybe it just got, maybe the channel's born with it. Maybe it's a reboot. Finger picking good. Oh my gosh. Do we get Anon? Thank you so much for gifting 3 months of tier 1 to Luna. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And if there's anything I can sing for you, please do let us know. Do let us know. If you don't want your identity to be revealed and you want to pull Batman, you can let one of the mods know. They got you covered. It's a really fun song. I really love that one. Da, 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 da. A pleasure. Oh, well, I enjoy playing them, so I'm glad you enjoy listening. Don't go for a real streaming computer? Nah. Well, this one's already, the MacBook normally does so well. I was really surprised they had like a software issue today. Harsh on the Mac. Oh, how much is this? I don't know. I did treat myself to an upgrade. This MacBook, when did I get this? April? January, March? I got it at the beginning of this year, which is awesome. It's been so good, especially for like producing music stuff. It's been fantastic. The chop is returned. Don't tell me that! I am getting some feedback, but I thought it was just on my side. Oh, an assassin, I forgot to say hello to you. Hello. Okay. It's just a little bit, right? Now I'm not sure if it's the cord or if it's OBS now. I don't trust it. Maybe I need to update. Maybe I need to update Black Hole. Maybe there's a patch or something that I'm missing. Very weird. Very weird. Whoopa. Godred, we did get a new light. Maybe it's been a while, and I did get a light upgrade, which makes a big difference to the stream. So you can actually see Mr. Earl behind me here. Yeah, it was staticky. Okay, just me then. I don't trust anything now. Ooh, we got creep. We got creep going in. Which now reminds me of that vampire song because it has that major to minor 5 or 4 chord. What happened earlier? It was OBS as far as I can tell, because the frames and everything were still fine, but yep, and unplugged the router. He did, but off camera. He's a shy walker. No, I did have to reboot the whole MacBook, and then everything just kind of turned out. I don't know. La, da, 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 da. Like this. Like this. I have to take out. Goodbye, Six Shot. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today and requesting songs. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh no, am I getting in trouble? When you were here before, you couldn't look me in the eyes. You're just like an angel. Your skin made me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Ooh, she's running out the door. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish
wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. That was really fun. No, Pixels almost missed it. Pixels. Da, 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 da. And upgrade the more you need. It's so true. When I first started streaming, I just had a laptop, and that was it. Then I got a mic, then I got a webcam, then I got an interface, and it just built up as you go. Your singing playlist went so beautifully. I love the return of the mellifluous keyboard. That's really cool. Thank you. Part seems shocking to hear from Lamp. I think it's more to do that I usually see people censor it a bit when covering. It's one of the ones that I've thought about censoring so much, but people, I don't know, I've heard good things about the shock value on it, and it's one of the very few songs. I normally say that I don't swear unless like it's in the song, and even then I'll alter it a little bit, but this one, I don't know, there's something about it. Thank you so much. Woo. Woo, yeah. Single second with Lampy Street. You never know the chaos you're gonna miss. Earl stunned into silence. That's his default. Hamlin, welcome on in. Pengu is your deemed a compliment. I will take a compliment for myself. Thank you so much. But also a compliment to you. Thank you for hanging out in our stream and having hilarious jokes and just being a wonderful part of our community. It's always great to have you here. And you have fantastic hair energy. Or you have fantastic hair. So, you know, you could have the best of both worlds. You're so flippin'. But does that sound like kind of funny though? I don't know. How's it go? Like, so flippin' special. I don't know, it's such like a punk song. It feels kind of weird to water it down. But it is like a very, very harsh. Casually arpeggios. What a way to go about the world. We always have hair energy, always. Logout shutdown, thank you so much for the follow. You could go Canadian. Oh, that's a good one. You're so fucking This sounds the same though, honestly, to me. Freaking. Yeah, freaking I think is the one I've heard before. Maybe we'll make it freaking. So freaking special. I think I've actually done that version before. I don't know why I decided to just go the hardcore F-bomb route. Is that a real harpsichord? Oh, I wish. Censoring a song removes the impact. Yeah, it's tricky. There are times where I feel okay censoring stuff, and there's some where it's like, it's gotta hit, you know? That's what I need to do. I need to have like a beep sensor sound on the stream deck, so I could just be like, you're so beep special. What the hey H-E-double-E? Oh my god. What the H-E double hockey sticks? What are you doing here? Can you imagine? Got that hair energy. Maple syrup special. Yeah, it's always got its time and place. There's another one that I don't take the swears out of. I'm trying to remember what it is. Oh, family. Buy me a cigarette, buy me a beer till I'm happy to be here, happy to be here. And all of my family's fuckers in heels. I think there's an F-bomb in there, and I don't censor that one. I have an important question. Go on, Pixels. If you're to play Bohemian Rhapsody, will you put an enormous gong in your room?
Only if someone can take it afterwards, because I don't want a gong living in my room 24/7. And then boom, F-bomb. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, it does startle people. My nana was like, "Man, that song you played, you swore." I was so shocked to hear you swear. I'm like, "Yes, I did." I know exactly what song you're talking about, and it was Creep. There's a song called Scottish Stand-Up Comedian. That sounds fantastic. See you around, bye, Pangus. Also, don't trust Kalina gossiping about me. You got it. Kalina, tell us everything. Let me get my tea. This Australian wishes he was a Scottish comedian so that he could swear all over the place and everybody think it's hilarious. But Australians swear all over the place all the time and everyone thinks it's hilarious. See you. Yeah, and I think like there's a lot of songs where it's just put in because, like swearing's just put in because, but there's sometimes where swearing is put in for a very specific reason. I don't know if I've ever written a swear word into one of my songs. May have. But no professional ones. No, my waiter. And it's colorful now. Yeah, that's true. They do have a fantastic accent for swearing. Also, hi, Ray. The Denny song. I feel like it would be too much. I feel like it would really make it too violent, because it's one thing if you're like, casually busting the kneecaps of your current love interest, but to swear at them, oh my goodness. What, my Pyrex? Aptly described. Fair enough. It's hilarious seeing bad low effort edits like snakes on a plane. Monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. I don't know, I think that really improves it. Politely describing. Yeah, you're very politely describing violence. It's almost got like this, I don't know, this British quality to it. Like, oh, sorry, chap, just gonna come through with this crowbar real quick. Hope you don't value your kneecaps. BRB, you got it, Atomic. That coffee is ice cold. That's really cold coffee. Cool. Special. I still have to use my old book for this because I haven't finished moving all the chords over to my new book. Lampy's talking politely. I have things to say. And kneecaps are overrated. I mean, like a kidney, you get 2 of them, so. God, it's times like this where I was telling my voice teacher today about, the stream. Like I mentioned, the Bandcamp thing, because her son also releases music. So I was on Bandcamp, so I was like, oh my God, today's like a sale day, where you get more revenue as the artist. So I was telling her about that, but of course, I had to explain about the channel, and it's really tough to explain like music live streaming on Twitch to people who don't know it. And then she's like, oh, you should send me the link to your channel so I can see it. And then we have conversations like this, and I'm like, oh my God. It's just it's such a difficult thing to explain, like the stuff that we talk about on stream, and then on top of it, my violent songs and everything else. I'm like, how do I know if I want my teacher to be watching me right now? But the lyrics are about as violent as they get. Godred, it's on the song list. Bust your kneecaps, ooh, wop-de-doo, wop-de-doo. The bust your kneecaps, oh, and some other parts too. Johnny, don't leave me, said you love me forever. You train vocally, good for you. Thanks. It's something that I've just started doing this month or so. Well, now it's December. Through the month of November, because I'm trying to audition for a bunch of professional choirs here in Vienna. Hopefully it'll give me a slightly more exciting job than my current day job. So I'm trying that, but it's a lot of work. She's working me hard, and she knows it. And today she's like, I really don't want you to like be frustrated and not come back for lessons. And I'm like, no, like I'm frustrated, obviously, because it's really, really difficult what she's asking. But like I need it, and I really, really appreciate it, and I really like the challenge, and I know it's going to be so good for me, and it's going to give me the possibility to get into a lot of different choirs. So I'm just like, you're pushing me, and it hurts, but like keep teaching me, keep teaching me at this pace, because it's worth it. I love his teacher. Muscle memory. How savage Chad is. Chad is like a sleeper savage though, because you guys aren't like abruptly savage. You got like you got some really good lines. I love catching up on the Discord chat whenever I can. You guys are so funny. Best in class. Well, it's one-on-one class, so I would hope I'm best in class. What's your day job? I do like grunt email saving for an insurance company. So it's just, and it's an online job, so I wake up in the morning, I got my pajamas and my coffee, and I sit and I do email saving, or I help fill out Excel spreadsheets for the team for like 3 or 4 hours in the morning, and then I go on with the rest of my classes and stuff. So it's a fantastic job. I got it during the pandemic, so it's great to have an online job, but I really want a music job. So I'm trying to like get more performance jobs and stuff. Filmmaking. I'm trying to keep my ear out for songs I want to use. I think the Denny's would be great for rom-com. I would totally license the Denny's song to you. Are you kidding me? I feel to be training for something more. Good luck and keep at it. Thank you so much. I mean, the way that I sing for these choirs and stuff is really, really different than how I sing on stream, because it's, this is pop music, or like, it's not classical music, I'm not singing Bach. They're very different kind of techniques, so. Oh, I'm gonna catch up on the chat. A one-on-one class ended up in last place. There are some days. Say it ain't so. Thrilling insurance. I mean, there are times where you do get some fun situations, but it's very, very, very rare. There was one claim where someone hit a cow, and I didn't know. Obviously, I was just like saving the thread. And I just caught the line, we've been in correspondence with the rancher, and we haven't heard any news, so we assume the cow is okay. And I'm like, hold up. What happened to this cow? And that was the most exciting thing that happened in the last 4 months. Rachmaninoff, that's a fantastic name. Say it ain't so. Don't worry, everybody, the cow was okay. It was just such a random line to get. But yeah, otherwise, I really appreciate the fact that I could work from home and do so, between classes. If I have a morning class, then I can work in the evening. And if I have a concert, I can work in the morning. So it's really, really good that way. But I'm ready to, do some real performance stuff. And I love it. I love it so much. I actually just got myself a professional choir binder, and I'm really, really excited to use it. We play the chord voicings, arpeggiating the chords. Yeah. I've only had to do one Rachmaninoff piece, and even then I didn't even finish it. It was so hard. But his hands are freakishly large. Always have to roll chords. Yeah, can I show you guys my choir binder? Hold on. I want to show, because my mom was like, what's the difference between a regular binder and a choir binder? And I'm like, let me show you the nerddom that goes with this choir binder. Bam. Here it is. We got some fancy tips on it. So this strap here at the back of the binder, oh my god, my music's gonna fall out. So it has a strap here to hold on your hand, like this. And then it also has a strap on the inside so that you don't have to stress your hand holding the binder out. So it'll always stay at this tilt with the strap here. And then how the music is actually in here are with these elastic bands, so that you can fit an entire, an entire mass in here with one strap. And there's also ring binders, but you can take the rings out. So this is how you actually put the music in, is with these elastic bands. And it has a pencil holder, so that when your choir director yells at you that you keep getting the note wrong, you can adjust it on the fly. And then it has like spots for pamphlets as well. So when you're trying to like sell your show to people, you got pockets. It's like, it's the thing. If you're gonna like spend a lot of time with choir music, just get a choir binder. Because let me tell you, your arm already gets so sore holding this for 2 hours at a time. If you have the hand strap, it really helps. That is my nerd out for the day. Actually, I've done a couple nerd outs for the day. Binds the choir members together as an auto scroll. That's quite a mass of music. That's nothing compared to when I did the Bach's Christmas Oratorio. We had the book was like this thick. It was nuts. Yeah, I actually built up a bicep just doing the concerts with that book. Will it blend? You can throw the pencil. You can also throw the pencil at your choir director, but you got to make sure you hit. Otherwise, it's just like a really dangerous thing to do. Hire Page Turner. Bon Stera. Yeah. Music enhancing subject. It's one of the things, like I got a black paper binder, and it just melted as soon as we got snowed on. So I was like, you know what, this time, if I'm gonna start like auditioning for professional choirs, I'm gonna get a professional choir binder. And then I'm gonna be so comfy, and all my music is gonna stay in, it's not gonna slide all over the place, and I'm gonna look awesome. That's how you do it. By stickers in it? Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, I vandalize everything in my life with stickers. That was the first thing I did. Is that hierarchy, those with and without binders? No. Holy golly. No, but kind of. When I was at my university back in Canada, I was doing the choir there, and we had to return those binders, but it was my first time encountering a professional choir binder, and I was like, this is amazing. This revolutionizes how I hold my music. Accidentally throw her baton. Oh my god. We were doing the Rathaus concert for Thanksgiving or like Ansgedankfest for the choir. We were working with the brass ensemble. And the director absolutely like just the baton went flying right in the middle of the concert. He was like going, and then he just like tossed it by accident, and he kept going to, but his face just got more and more red as it went on, and everyone was trying not to laugh. It was really good. I don't know how many people actually saw that he completely lost his baton, but it was great. Yeah, if you sleep over at my house, you're gonna wake up with a banana sticker on your forehead. That's mandatory. Oh, that was such a sidetrack. But I just got it. It's gonna be my first time using it, so I'm excited. Violas had to get a good dodging batons. It's so funny. I used to let my choir director back in Canada would. It wasn't all the time. I think it was specifically for Haydn Nelson Mass. He got like really sweaty. And he, like his forehead would sweat, and then it would run into his glasses, and he couldn't see what he was doing. So like as it went on, you could tell how poorly we were doing, depending on like how we messed up by the amount of times he had to like grab a kerchief and like whip his glasses off in the middle, like do this, and then go back to conducting. We're like, it's fine, he's gonna be fine. Conductors are so much fun. I love being part of an orchestra or a choir where you can see the conductor's face, and like you get a really good conductor. They're super into it, and they have a good sense of humor, normally a very dry sense of humor. It's such a good time. Yeah, I can't wait to have a bunch of directors yell at me and tell me to underline things and ask me where my pencil is and ask me why I don't have the right notes. I just look forward to it. Suggestions? No, not if you value your life, okay? About the hand? Did I say kerchief? Yeah, well, I guess I was thinking of like a neckerchief. We also say kerchief. You don't say handkerchief? Handkerchief, kerchief. Huh. No hands involved. Handless kerchief. Yeah. Oh, what a good time. Hanky. Yeah, hanky's a good one. What capo did I play this on? Capo 3, I think. Got all excited about my choir binder. It's great. When I think of like singing in professional choirs, I'm like, oh right, I'm gonna show up at like 9 a.m., not warmed up for voice, gonna get yelled at. I'm gonna have to write a whole bunch of stuff in my score. I'm gonna be using the break with my tiny piano on my phone, trying to figure out where my notes are. And then it's gonna take way too long, and we're gonna have way too many concerts, and I'm gonna love every second of it. Like it's such a good time for me. Ever heard of it with hand before, but kerchief sounds way cooler. I think kerchief is that not like more of a scarf maybe? I feel like there's a difference between handkerchief and kerchief, and I might have just like messed them up. I know for cowboys it's specifically a neckerchief that they wear. What's happening? Where are my reverbs at? This one. Okay. Nice. Oh, can I do the pull off what I have? I have some tablature written here, and I don't remember how I used to play it. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. That can't be right. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Okay, I don't remember how to play that apparently. Handkerchiefs were a subspecies of kerchiefs. I don't know. I think you're right. I think they're different breeds of the same species of handkerchief. A neckerchief is very much like a bandana, but it's a different fabric, and it's like a little fancier, and it's a little thinner and like more like a scarf, and they tie it like really high up here. I flew a kite in the morning air, tied all my doubts and my worries up there, and it soared above the pines till it broke free from my mind. Set up shop on the pavement with the sun baking on my shoes. These days the only thing I've got is time to lose. Oh, Sister April, you're a beautiful sight when you play in the daylight and talk in the night. I catch your eye on the display windows and the kids running in the woods. Oh, Sister April, I'd keep you all year if I could. Bad time for a page turn. It's okay if it's raining, I've got slickers for the tears, and this coffee mug's my dreamboat. Well, we all make do around here. And if your heart gets chipped on a sentence that you weren't ready to hear, well, there's grief and there's forgiveness. You can drink them both at the pier. Oh, Sister April, you're a beautiful sight when you sing in the daylight and softly in the night. I catch your eye on the display windows and the kids running in the woods. Oh, Sister April, I'd keep you all year if I could. And hey, I want you, sister, with a big cold glass of regret. Well, the springtime takes you down so easily, and we've only got the good stuff left. Yeah, we've only got the good stuff left. I gotta get this one into my new songbook because I can't really read it very well. This is not well put up. Rahomo, thank you so much for coming on in. And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Horde of Moths. Yeah. Where is Paige Turner when we need her? Absolutely. Yeah, I gotta polish that one up a bit because I think I did this once already on stream, but otherwise I haven't sung this song in a really long time. Da, 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 da. Thank you. Da, 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 da. Rahomo, you know a lot of people on here already. Da, da, da. Oh, we're doing Sister Golden Head Surprise. But I just can't live without you. Man. So Sister April's another one like I want to play around with on Logic Pro and figure out how to do a good demo of it. It's just like, no, get one song done, then move to the next song. Don't just have like all these half-finished songs. It's a bad way to do. Of a legend. Oh, really? Oh my goodness. I love having legends in my chat. Da, 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 da. What am I doing? Checking the reverb. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times where a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Head Surprise, but you just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent. I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying I just can't make it. Keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Head Surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent. I've been too hard to find, but that doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying I just can't make it. God, what beautiful harmonies. Absolutely fantastic harmonies. The demo of this song is interesting. I haven't heard the demo of it. I hope people's thoughts and inspirations take shape. Enjoy the way you're singing this one too. Oh, thank you. You're live for almost 3 hours. Should we close the queue? I was just thinking I should probably take a break or something. Yeah, let's close the queue and then I think I'm just gonna grab some more water real quick and then I'll come back and oh, definitely, Ashley, definitely need some water if we're gonna do Avenue Q. It's funny because OBS says I've only been live for an hour and 15 minutes. Absolutely atrocious. Okay, I will take a 5-minute break and grab water, and then I will be back. Is in the queue. Avenue is in the queue. But hold on. It looks like he might need some refreshments. He do got the slump. The crowbar is helping though. Keep him upright. Can we add parting glass to the end? Yes, we can. So I did see it on the list and I accidentally hit the check instead of the X when I saw it when I was opening the queue. So I will play it, but you might not be able to request it because it has like already been requested today, even though it's not the case. So, yeah, BRB. We are back. Hydrated. What's going on with the music command? What's supposed to happen? There's no dag command. There's no lamp command either. We do need a Zepsi basement command. Okay. It's a fine, fine line between the basement and the door. It's a fine, fine line. 25 minutes ever? I know it always freaks people out, but it's just because the timer that I use like always sets itself to the like it's a Pomodoro timer that I've hacked into. So it always shows the 25-minute Pomodoro timer and it scares everybody. The dag command is supposed to tell you how dag-like you are. I want to know how dag-like I am. It's like shaking a magic 8-ball. Can I ask what the name of that piano or keyboard tone is? It's probably a plugin or a DAW or something. I gotta sound good. Oh, for sure. This is, oh my gosh. It's really nothing fancy. I think it's the library default on Ableton Live. It's the grand piano, the regular one that they have in the instrument pack, but I added a dark hall reverb to it to just kind of add a little more depth. And then it has, I don't even actually remember adding this, but it has an ensemble, it's called Ensemble Deep, and there's another kind of reverb as well. So it has a bit of, I altered it a little bit. Yeah. I don't remember what I wanted to do with the sound. I think I just wanted to add a little bit of reverb and I wanted to add a little more depth because it was quite a bright sounding piano, but I'm glad you like it. I don't really hear it very much because I listen to the piano out of the speakers. So that's why I have one earphone in, is because I listen to myself and the piano, just because I can't hear it very, very well on the monitor. Are those software updates or pedals? Neither. They're just, what do you call them? They're just from the Ableton Live package. I really suck with a lot of pedals and stuff, so. Why is Nightbot getting mad? No worries. Yeah, the grand piano on Ableton Live is really good. It's what I use to record a lot of my demos and stuff. It's just like the regular one. It works quite well. Except I am very impressed with the Logic Pro percussion set. I haven't checked their piano stuff yet. I thought about using Logic for streaming, but I'm just so comfortable with Ableton right now. I kind of just want to like keep it here. But we'll see, because there are some really cool libraries on there. Yeah, Nightbot has some real tune. For Metal Lampy. I did think about doing a different type of effect on the guitar. I would like to have kind of like a distortion, but more of a bass sound. So when I do stuff like lonely boy, whoa, I got a love that keeps me waiting, then they have like that really cool like low bass sound. I'd like to do that one, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet. At Reaper, but I don't think it VST's on it. It doesn't, unfortunately. I did play around with Reaper when I first got into working with DAWs and stuff, but it is still a really, really great alternative. Octave pedal will be cute. Octaver, okay, so I could just like do an octave, take the guitar down an octave, and make it sound real bassy. Yeah, there's a couple ideas I want to try, and there's like some synths and stuff I want to have on here as well. Yeah, I have a little bit of Contact and Native when it comes to libraries, but nothing fancy. I remember using it for some commissions. I needed like percussion drums, like orchestral drums and stuff. But so far, like the actual libraries in Ableton and those in Logic have been pretty good so far. Distortion, wah, that'd be awesome. That'd be so good. Spitfire, I also have Spitfire. Yeah, Spitfire's good. And then so what I do for writing my regular like classical music and stuff is Dorico, which is like Sibelius, but the people who actually like made Sibelius went on to make Dorico, and they have Haliasonic library for their playback. So I ended up getting the library on top of getting Dorico because it all comes in one package, and they have really, really good stuff too. So there's a lot of times where I just use the Haliasonic for my demos and stuff. Yeah, I don't have any pedals. I don't have any guitar pedals and things. Duke McDonald always makes me want to like get pedals, but I don't know if I would be able to use them very well. Dag, look at you go! Oh my gosh. Oh, I have a Spotify page now. Isn't that so cool? And I have a YouTube Music one as well, which I don't know how to get into. I can get into the Spotify artist page, but I don't know how to get into like anything else. So it's all through DistroKid. The effect further beefs up his sound. Yeah, I would love to. I gotta do like some experimental stream test one day where we just play around with different effects and figure out what we like and what we don't, because I think it'd be really cool. Be so famous. Have a Spotify account. Yeah. Jack is taking his. What did you do? What? What have you done? Don't make me scroll. Don't make me scroll up there. Please don't forget about it. What are you talking about? Y'all made me, okay? This is a result of your direct cooperation and support and awesomeness. What are you talking about? Definitely spat fire indeed, since my desktop is no longer mine. Very nice. Oh wait, sorry, Godred and Demon Archie are both pink, so I mess it up sometimes. Yeah, I do have to like get some more room on my MacBook. Not that it's like an issue with storage space right now, but I have a lot of like really like the animation commissions and stuff. I made so many backup copies of the project of the year that I'm like, I could just delete all of that and get like 50 gigs back on my laptop. Okay, we're doing fine line. Fine line. Between a fairy tale and a lie. I use this program called Encore. Basically, it's point and click to create scores, and you could assign MIDI voices up to 16 channels. Wow, I haven't heard of that. That sounds awesome as heck. No joke called Burning of the Midnight Lamp. Arson and lamps? It's basically my song. Bring it on in. I know I learned this Jimi Hendrix song. You should add that in the Discord. I want to hear it. Upload everything to cloud. Can you do that with like really big Ableton Live files and stuff? I thought it was more for photos and whatnot. There's so many products out there now. That program's way older than you. There are so many new things. Actually, my class on Thursday was it's Formenlehre, so it's like arrangement and stuff like that as well. And we had to, it was a guest speaker instead from Dorico. They like brought someone in, but it was so boring for me because it was like he was teaching you how to use the software and then showing like the student packs and stuff. And I'm like, I've had this software for 3 years now and nothing you have told me is new. Like, why am I in this class? So I made chili instead. This is online. So I just like put it on mute and I'm like, okay, they're still talking about notes. The chili was good. You put anything in the cloud. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I should do that. It's like £3 for 200 gigs for iCloud. Okay, so that's. I remember seeing it cheaper for €1. I thought it was only like €2 or something, but it's still like really cheap for that much. Okay, I'll do that then because there's a lot of libraries I want to install, but I'm worried it's gonna like bog down my computer. So, a psychedelic effect for harpsichord. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. I love harpsichord stuff. That's like the cheapest, well, the cloud stuff is like the cheapest subscription I've ever seen in my life if it's only like €2 or €3. Couldn't very well make chili there. I know, right? I feel like I should be able to like write the teacher and be like, can I just get a mark for this class because I work with the software like almost every day. You can get space on Google for free. What? Oh, Google Drive. I think I have Google Drive. I haven't had any problems with it, but I also do. Well, it's not true. I do actually have a hard time logging in on it sometimes. USB-C hard disk would be faster. I do have well, I got this thing. I have a Seagate, which I used because I was downloading a lot of like Foley sound effects for one of my commissions. And but it's got like the like spinny disc, but it's like a terabyte. It's huge. And it also has a sticker on it because everything in my house is vandalized with stickers because I enjoy them so much. You're chilly for a grade. I'm already going to be pushing the line with them because I don't want to do an arrangement for this class because I've already done an arrangement for my choir. So I just want to send it to that and be like, look, I already did an arrangement that's like 7 pages. Could I just get the mark for this, please? Oh, people's Google photos randomly disappearing and corrupting? Ooh, I don't like that. USB SSD on the list. Isn't that an SSD though? Also USB though with a Mac. USB SSD. I'll take a gander. Google Cloud. Okay, so we'll stick with the iCloud then for storage. Just getting into the technical stuff. At the risk of getting too far off track, how do you make your chili? Is it vegan? I love chili. It wasn't vegan this time because I did have some ground beef that I threw in there, but I do have a couple of vegan recipes that I really enjoy. I should show you guys my cookbook. I got some recipes. I do, as I'm sure many women do, have the chance of running anemic, so I do make sure that I have a little bit of red meat in my diet, but I don't eat a whole lot of meat. My mom was actually vegan for a couple of years when I was in high school, so I picked up some good tricks from her. It actually wasn't like a real chili though, because I wasn't really building a recipe. I just had like broth and tomatoes and kidney beans and onions and beef, and then I was like, I can just make a thing with this, and then if I put rice on it, it'll just be a meal. So iCloud has been reliable. Okay, I have heard Dropbox is like okay, not great though. That they think don't agree to their TOS? What? That's so lame. At this point, Steve Jobs already has me because I already have a MacBook. USB-C SSD for primary, cloud for backup. Okay, cloud for backup. I'm learning so many things. This is what we talk about in the gear chat, by the way, unless we're talking about philosophy. iCloud for backup. Okay. I will. I got some fun recipes in there. I actually have a World of Warcraft cookbook that I really like. But now I used to eat more meat in the past, but now that I don't anymore, there's a lot of meat-based recipes. So I've been having a hard time adapting them. But they're really cool. One of my favorite bread recipes is in there. Hard drive I test the least. Oh no. Co-located tape backup. What is this? Google, you're the product of the customer. Ain't that the way? Ethan writes before they start to fail. That's what I've heard about SSDs. Okay, let me sing this song. Going into the gear chat over here. Hoppa. A lot of delightful storage options. Share your song requests and storage options in the Discord. I'm very curious. Because yeah, I really I want to keep my equipment as clean as possible so it just runs really efficiently, and I just need to have better backup systems for it basically. And there we go. There's a fine, fine line between a lover and a friend. And there's a fine, fine line between reality and pretend. And you never know till you reach the top if it was worth the uphill climb. There's a fine, fine line between a love and a waste of time. And there's a fine, fine line between a fairy tale and a lie. And there's a fine, fine line between you're wonderful and goodbye. I guess if someone doesn't love you back, it isn't such a crime. But there's a fine, fine
did you even know what you're looking for? For my own sanity, I've gotta close the door and walk away. And there's a fine, fine line between together and not. And there's a fine, fine line between what you wanted and what you got. You've gotta go after the things you want while you're still in your prime. And there's a fine, fine line between love and a waste of time.
That one's really hard to do after a 4-3-hour stream. I always forget to not play the F that's written there because it's wrong. Microsoft abruptly closed our Azure account. And we didn't. Oh my god, dude, the fear. The fear. So tinsel? What is tinsel? One SSD, iCloud, Dropbox, Ordination is oh my god, that's crazy. This is a serious backup. I know, there will be Christmas songs on the channel. I just gotta go through them and remember which ones I want to have on here, which ones I don't. Like, I don't want Mariah Carey, and I don't really want Michael Bublé unless it's like a decent cover I can do that doesn't remind me of him. Too many retail Christmas ships for that. Still alive. It's a lot of 4K video. Take advantage of backup your material. Absolutely, they are a total gem. Trust me, like everything I've learned when it comes to Twitch and music equipment has been through these guys. Absolute IT beasts. Cthulhu Christmas song. I forgot if I posted it, but you know. Oh man, you did, but I think it was a long time ago. You might have to repost it for me. Or I can look it up in the Discord, actually. I should be able to find it. There was 420 either what? When, during the break? Unless I missed it on while I was singing, but I tried to be better than that. Dang it, during the intermission. Ah, sir, thank you. Thank you for the donation. I would, I'll take a parting glass as your request because we already closed the queue, but you know, such a bomb song. We ran a lot of commands. Yeah, you gotta do it while Dag is running commands. That's the trick. There's a silly ad campaign for a Christmas movie on elves in like a James Bond spy style. So tinsel to describe something desirable. So tinsel. I kind of like it. It's got a nice ring to it. Automatically integrated with phone and MacBook. $10 a month. I mean, that's the same amount as my Spotify. That's like, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But if it's a reliable long-term solution, then no, go for it. I think maybe I'll do it. Making fun of spy movies? It's been so long since I watched a spy movie. 2012, heck yeah. They will close your entire Gmail account? Bruh, I need that. That's horrifying. Musicals on YouTube, check it out. I've been wanting to do some from, oh my gosh, what's it called? Dr. Evil, no, Dr. Evil's, remember that? Remember that, like, musical from a really long time ago? It ended up on my Spotify feed the other day and I was listening to it. I'm like, dang, I should learn some songs from that. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, Austin Powers, yeah. Oh, I guess that's Gmail account terminated with no recourse. That's brutal, though. That's Warnings? No warnings? Okay, just delete your Gmail account. Why don't you just... there we go. Speaking of like adding synths and different sounds and stuff to the stream, I want to have a robot voice so I can do this song. Oh no, Dag! I believe in you.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. If for the good of all of us, except for those who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and threw every piece into a fire. And as they burned it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line. And we're out of beta, we're releasing on time. I'm so glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive. Go ahead and leave me. I think I prefer to stay inside. And maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke, haha, fat chance. Anyways, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run. There is research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. And when you're dying, I'll be still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. Still alive. Still alive.
It's such a little bop. Google Maps and Google Cal. Dude, Apple Maps sucks. Hardcore sucks. I use Google Maps all the time. Android is creepy. What's going on with Android? They stealing our information again, like everyone else is. Do you Google myself? I was like 25% successful. Oh no. Google Glass. Ridiculous invention. Da, da, da. Yeah, well, I got introduced to WeTransfer, and now everything I do is with WeTransfer, because a lot of the times the music files that I work with are so huge. It's really, really great. And it's something that I have not seen until ever. MSN Messenger. That was my childhood. Who uses Google Hangouts, okay? Do not trust that. Tells you where the cops are hiding? I have a university group chat for that. We just always, sometimes someone will post in the chat, they're like, ticket check at Jonsstrasse. And you're like, okay, now I know. Or like if there's a concert, they'll let you know if there's ticket checks around wherever the concert is. Yeah, wave stems are massive. Yeah. Da-da-da. And when I was doing my animation project, I mean, it was so many wave stems. So many. Was shut down? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's still a thing, but I don't know who uses it other than like really sad businesses. Android, because I hate Apple and everything it stands for. I was a big Android user for a long time. Edmodo. was like the educational version of Facebook. Oh no. Oh, MSN Messenger was my go-to, and PictoChat was my go-to. A Motorola. Hello, Moto. Dun, 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 dun. A flip phone if I had to switch off iOS. I could see flip phone would be good, but it's hard though. I think maybe like a smart flip phone, because there's a lot of stuff that I do, like banking, you know. It's and there's some apps that I really miss, like Spotify. Could you have Spotify on a flip phone? I guess they could. EDU. Oh my god, vintage. Windows, desktop, laptop, MacBook, and Mac Mini. Oh my gosh. How many of those are work issued? Motorola Razr. Yeah. Everybody has my data. I just have to accept that I'm not a very exciting person, so if Google has my data, then like, well, we're making progress in the cell phone industry. It is nice to have not those like, don't have those kind of distractions, you know. Photo without my consent and I noped out. Oh my god, no way. It's not the way to do it. Just have to accept that we are the product, and that's just how it goes. Banana Man. I keep my parasocial relationships strictly Twitch. Good idea, good idea. Windows on my laptop? You want to install Windows on your Mac laptop? What? I do miss Windows though, just because the Vidya games. I don't remember the baseline that someone sent me for this. It was way better. Frick. I don't remember how it goes. I feel like I have weird parasocial relationships. Define weird. I feel like in this day and age, everyone has parasocial relationships. And parasocial relationships are also friends of friends. That's just regular friendships, though. What are you talking about? You go to a party and people are like, hey, here's my friend, and then it's a friend of a friend, and then that's like, that's the go-to. That's just more friends. Parasocial is weird by default. Apparently it was considered like a big issue back in the day when they first identified parasocial as like a thing. But that's with, you know, old style Hollywood celebrities, and now I think creators are so much more able to interact with their audience in a way that wasn't possible before, that it's really changed the environment of what parasocial relationships even are and mean. I feel like if you have a very special connection with Selena Gomez, you might need to rethink things. Unless you're like going over for her house with coffee, but otherwise, like, there's so many different types of parasocial relationships now. Business relationships is most. Yeah, Steve and Arky and I are co-workers. I don't remember how to do this based on this. We'll see what happens. We'll just wing it. Because this is not a classical concert. Co-working stream. Yeah, this is actually a co-working study stream. Y'all just were not aware. Viewer to broadcaster. Wait, viewer to broadcaster is a business relationship? I don't know. I don't really see it like that. I think more of the community is like a hive. Like, it's the whole thing, right? Because I would not exist as a musician on Twitch if you guys were not like hanging out with me, you know, and being a part of the channel. And there's so much like back and forth and give and take between everything. It's not like I hire you guys to be here. Also, like, I like that Twitch isn't like a job for me. You know, it keeps things nice. I'd rather get my butt kicked by a choir director when it comes to payroll stuff. Twitch has always been nice because it's just so, just having fun, you know? I never knew I had this many colleagues. You and I both, Pengues. The community is just voices in your head realized in text chat. Don't say that. It's so weird to me now. It's so creepy. There are times where like I zone out and I look around me and I'm like, I'm alone in my room. And it feels really weird because when I'm talking to you guys, I'm just so in it, you know? It's hard for me to think of like, hold on, I'm talking like to myself alone in my room. It's so weird. I have like moments of clarity and I'm like, I know, thanks. Semi-famous YouTuber. I don't consider her a friend, but like she knows me by name and we've only interacted via her work. But we share like a bunch of friends. That sounds relatively healthy though. Reality, you're playing piano. Y'all are just voices in my head, aren't ya? Also colors. That's when I start to worry. I have had like Twitch stress dreams, okay? I have had dreams where like the equipment wasn't working right or like things, yeah, like malfunctions and stuff like that. And I was more stressed out in the dream than I would have been if it was actually happening for some reason. YouTuber made me envision a potato instead of what? A potato? You're triggering a plugged in with a MIDI keyboard. Oh no. I can't believe you guys are doing this to me. I can't believe you guys are doing the nose. You can see your nose on your face this to me. Don't give me clarity. Let me live in my own delusions. Tubers. I think potatoes are oh yeah, delicious tubers. You can feel your tongue. Well, now I can. Oh my god. Could you, for all you know, be a brain in a jar? That's very Matrixy though, isn't it? I think if you're actually just visualizing. Oh no, dude. When I was little, like when I was really, really little, and I did not understand the concept of death or anything, I thought that people who had died were like sleep dreaming, and then you would go in your coffin and you would just rewatch your life over and over again. Like, so for me, I would be like, how do I know if I'm dreaming or like, how do I know if I'm dead or not because I'm experiencing life? But it could be like the 15th time I've experienced it because I'm just like dead and it's like a television on repeat. That's how I saw it. I was like, oh, once you get to the end of your life, you just get to lay down and go through your life again. That's like how it goes. Just brains in jars. Describe it hell. I don't know, because it was like, in my 5-year-old head, I was like, you could just, would watch your life or experience it, but you'd like have an awareness that these things had already happened. So if you made bad choices in life, you'd have to relive them, but if you made good choices, then you get to remember them again. So it's just like, I don't know. Consider this question 1600s. How does that joke go? Would that not be putting the horse before discards? Tech channels leaking. Yeah, see, this is what happens. We talk about tech and then we go to philosophy every single time, and I don't know how we get here. How do we get here? Did we take a left when we're supposed to take a right? I think we're lost. I think we did. Boltzmann's brain is a thought experiment about a brain that forms in space with false memories and false visions and thinks that it's a person living on Earth doing whatever shortly before deteriorating. Is that like when your life flashes before your eyes? I think that's another reason I thought that like death was like that as a kid, because when people say life flashes before your eyes, you're like, oh, you just get to relive life then. But like, how would you know? It's straight. Absolutely derailed this music stream. It do make me wonder. It makes you wonder about like how much you're actually experiencing and the fact that your brain filters everything that you experience, which is really wild. before you kick it. Have you had a near-death experience before, Atomic? Good God. I think it's first described to me as evil demon theory. That sounds like a very legit term. Evil demon manipulating all your senses? That sounds horrific. 2. No, what, bro? You have fought death off twice? Damn. I gotta take your workout class. And what happened? You didn't get any like flash of light, no angels singing, no sensory perception outside of your body, no astral projection, nothing? God dang, how am I supposed to sing the Banana Man when we have these conversations happening? Okay, if it's a long story, I won't make you go into it, no worries. I think about the time that I got my wisdom teeth out, and they actually put me under for it because they were kind of coming in on angles, so it was gonna be like a messy job. So they're like, we'll just put you under. And I remember I was warning the nurse because when I have like a bit of needle anxiety, so whenever I'm dealing with a medical professional, I'm like, I just like to warn them, by the way, I'm not gonna look, if I'm not looking or making eye contact with you, it's because I'm like just trying to look somewhere else and not focus on the needle, so I don't get scared. And then I was in the middle of trying to explain that, and then also trying to explain that my friend like drew blood, like she worked at a clinic. And then the next thing I know, we're finished, but I thought we were still waiting for the dentist to come in. Like I thought I had blinked, and then they're like, okay, you're done. And I'm like, I'm done, but I thought we were still waiting for the dentist. Sanzi, nice to see you. I'm willing to share maybe on Discord. That would be awesome. I'm very curious. But of course, nothing that you're not comfortable with. Honk. Honk honk to you. You enjoy it? Oh God, no. I used to donate plasma for a couple years when I was in Vienna, before the pandemic, and I would always blast the Credo from Haydn's Nelson Mass because it was like one of my favorite pieces. So I just like put that in really loud, and just at that point they knew me, so they knew I would like look away and be like no, and then afterwards I get them to tape a little bit of paper towel on my arm so I didn't have to look directly at the needle. Ugh. You think for how many horror movies I watch I'd be able to deal with needles, but no way. I was a real baby about it though as a kid. Now I can like kind of breathe through it, Little sis time, yay, little sis time. Well, how actually my boring story. We're here for music and you. Well, right now we're here for philosophy and gear, so. Oh my gosh. Then a regular blood donation? Neat, nice to see you. Does it hurt more than regular blood donation? I don't remember the last time I gave blood, to be honest. Because giving plasma the needle is quite big. So now that I have to do it, like whenever I need a vaccine or something, I'm like, oh, it's no problem because the needle is really small, compared to a plasma needle. I feel like it doesn't really hurt. I mean, it's like kind of tingly because they put saline back in your blood after they take the plasma so that you can like get your nutrients back. Plasma is basically just water and a bit of protein. So it is like very fizzy feeling. I've only had one situation where they didn't put the needle in correctly and then it sucked. Am I lucky to enjoy them too, but okay. I was introduced to some guy who told me about the time perception can get rewound and replayed in your mind when you learn new information. That's cool as heck. Please kindly, sorry Jack, sorry. I know there's a lot of people out there that also, I'm okay about talking about needles, but like when I have to deal with one, it's not cool. So I will continue onwards. They juxtapart back. Yeah, it is kind of cool too, because you can like see it in the machine, right? You can see like everything spinning and the saline going in. It's a cool process. I think it's neat. And they give you free cookies and apples and chocolate after. And the one that I went to wasn't very busy, so they gave you extra chocolates. They're really nice there. Apparently anesthesia works really well. They need to Tell me to count down from 10, I get to 8. Waking up in a recovery room, oh my god. The record player convention. That's fantastic. Pangies, you've also done it. Yeah, right, it feels weird. Okay, apparently though, if you get like a lot of tingles, for like too much tingles from when you get the blood back into your body, it's because you need more calcium, is what I've been told. So what I used to do is I'd have like a dissolvable calcium tablet, and I drink that while I was in some water while I was trying to stay hydrated, and it helps because what happens is oh my god, what part of it? The part of the solution that they put back into your blood actually can bind with like, I can't remember the details of it anymore, but it helps. It helps. Calcium tablets. Yeah, because it binds with the calcium in your body. How weird is that? And that's why you get the tingliness. I used to, like, whole face used to get tingly. I totally know what you're talking about. Okay. Come on, I gotta sing this song. Okay, we're never gonna get a song cue done. Hold on. I love these conversations. It's so crazy. Yeah, it's cool. It is really cool. Imagine singing instead of just chatting about literally anything else. I know, I'm so sorry, Duanarchy. First time I threw up. Oh no, that sucks. You can tell when there's someone's like new to donating plasma. You look and you're like, they're crashing. Get the crash cart, let's go. It is the charm of Twitch. That's why the games have been really fun to do lately, because we just end up talking about random stuff. Which I will do once my concerts clear up a bit. So I got concerts for the next weekend and a half, I think. It's not C major. Yeah, that's it. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, "Son, can you play me a memory?" I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete. Sorry, when I wore a younger man's clothes. Oh la da da di da, la da di da da da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Now John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke, or he'll light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, "Bill, I believe this is killing me," as the smile runs away from his face. Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. Oh, la da da di da, la da di da da da. Now Paul is a real estate novelist who's never had time for a wife, and he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. And the waitress is practicing politics as the businessmen slowly get stoned. Yeah,
just the sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight, where we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Honk honk. Sansi, what a lovely goose you have. Digitized Dave, nice to see you. Welcome on in. My favorite interpretation of that song is that it's a gay bar and everyone is aware of it except Billy Joel. I've heard that and I like that theory a lot. Never had time for a wife. Oh man, I'm gonna be hoarse by the end of the stream because I've been talking so much. Thank you, thank you. Whoa. I think, yeah, maybe keep it one. There we go. Up on Melancholy Hill. This one. Is that a horse? Why is there a horse coming in with these geese? There we go. Da, 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 da. Oh, thank you. I am having a very nice day. Chat has been a riot, which is always a good time for me. I swear this is way more fun than doing like regular street busking. Because the the derails are just so good. Up on Melancholy Hill, there's a plastic tree. Are you here with me? Just looking out on the day of another dream. Well, you can't get what you want, but you can get me. So let's head out to sea. 'Cause you are my medicine when you're close to me. When you're close to me. So call in the submarine, round the world we'll go. Does anybody know if we're looking out on the day of another dream? If you can't get what you want, then you'll come with me. Up on Melancholy Hill sits a manatee, just looking out on the day when you're close to Sansi. When you're close to Sansi. If you can't get what you want, then you'll come with me. And up on Melancholy Hill sits a manatee, just looking out on the day when you're close to me. When you're close to me. Sorry, Sansi. Oh, I don't know why I got the giggles there. Up on a hill sits a manatee. It is true. These are the correct lyrics. I do not know why the manatee is there, but we respect him nonetheless.
Parting glass. Yeah, it's the Gorillas. Anything's a go with them. Oh my gosh, where is the stuff? There it is. Oh, hi. There we go. Minor? B minor. What is on the piano? I think it turned out pretty well on the piano last time, I think. Whatever man's gotta run. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Or today, I guess, depending on your time zone. Later. Later, Gator. I think this is, yes. Should be the right chords. Hopefully, we'll find out. Fun to play on the piano. I dig it. Oh, thanks for requesting it, Drac. It's always a fun one. I think that's one of both Nan Lamp's and Mama Lamp's favorite songs, is that one. Maybe I will teach it to her when she is here and we can sing it together. Dag, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Digitize Dave. Oh my goodness. Thank you kindly. And Dave, I'm glad you're able to catch a couple songs. Because I know I'm normally ending by the time you're able to come by. Oh my gosh. That was a long stream. A really good time though. You guys are awesome. Let me, do I still have my reverb on? No, I didn't. I turned it off. Anytime is great. Yeah, so this weekend, no game stream unfortunately because I got concerts both Saturday and Sunday. But maybe next weekend we could do one. Only 2 hours. Go check how long the first one was. Wow, so long. What is tour command? Tour? No. No, not my own I mean, kind of my own concert, but like choir. I'm just part of the crew. I'm just part of the crew. One day, maybe I'll be lucky enough to get a tour. That'd be so fun. I don't know if I could do the Denny song without cracking up, though, in front of a live audience. Everyone get on the tour bus, meet me. One day, the struggle bus will become the tour bus, and everything will be great. And then next week, I think, Friday? I don't think I have a concert on Friday. It might. But I think they've been keeping it to the weekend, so it might be okay. But anyways, I'll let you guys know. I'm sure it'll be good with the Wednesday, Friday, regular espionage. Everyone getting on the bus. Get on the bus. Who's driving this thing, though? Choir is the uni thing. Do they stream post concerts? The choir is actually a community thing. I got a pen pal back in 2019 from Austria before I moved here, and she's a pianist, so we had a lot in common. And she recommended this choir to me, so they've just been something that I do for fun as part of the community. They're so lovely, and they're kind of like having like another 40 grandparents. They're just lovely. Yeah, but back in Canada, I was in a university choir, and we used to do broadcasts sometimes of concerts and stuff. But there are I will be trying to film some of it, especially the Rat House one, which is like, Rat House is so beautiful, it's so pretty, and we have a really short set on there this year. But I'll post it in the members channel because I do vlogs and stuff in there. If you guys are interested in seeing like demos and behind the scene concerts and stuff like that, that is where I post it. It'll be really fun. Including some other stuff, like I'm gonna go check out the Christmas markets, especially with Mom here. Do you have a place in mind? Cause it's about my dinner time. Carmela, she sounds familiar. Have we met her before? Hold on. Bitch. Let's go see Carmela. I'm not following her. Okay. Lo-fi celebration, and she has a baby grand piano. I'm invested. Yay. Let's go, Ray Carmela. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and having fantastic conversations. I'm sure some of these will continue on the Discord. And I will. What now? But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I don't have anything else to say. I don't know. Is followers only chat? Well, I guess we gotta give her some follows then. What the heck? Why followers only chat? Oh well, we'll go say hi anyways. And I'll give a follow so I can say hi. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna make some food, I think. It's worth a follow? I believe you. Alright, I will put on the end scene and I'll see you guys in there. And then next week. Thank you so much. I will have a marvelous time concerting. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a riot. So I'm looking forward to being able to catch some of it for you guys. Alright, goodbye everybody.